But it also sounds to me a little bit when I hear distracted young players and vets not living up to their norm. Yes, that makes it hard to lead. But what do you mean distracted?
It's hard. Should we really be that shocked and surprised, though, Salk? I mean, if there's one thing that you and I, through the podcast forum for a year plus, and now being back together for nearly a year come September, I mean, if there's one conversation in year 14 that we didn't have in year 1 or 2, it's handling prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it's time and again across so many of these sports cultures where there is differences, where sports are not alike. But there sure seems to be a pretty common thread of the tremendous challenge of handling success for young people, right? To watch, unfortunately, a team and a culture disintegrate to a degree in Seattle, especially after a Super Bowl and that adversity. They didn't come together. It started to pull apart at the seams. And, young players wanting their due and wanting their accolades and wanting their part of the credit pie and handling some of that adversity not particularly well. Should it have been as big a surprise? And this isn't. I'm looking at Julio's numbers and his WAR, and he could very well go on this year to have a wins above replacement at 4.5. And I have certainly seen, and maybe even in response to my tweet last night about planner personnel, certainly seen many run to the front of the line and say, instead of putting everything on Julio, is a 21, 22-year-old, they should have done all they could to protect him.
Yep.
That it shouldn't have been Julio's show, that this team should not go as Julio goes, that to do that to still a very unbelievably young player is just too much of a burden for him to overcome. Not a distraction with attention, but a distraction of expectation.
Brock, I think I might agree with that more than anything you've ever said in all of our time working together.
Oh, I just tingled.
I mean it. I think you have hit the nail on the head. If the Mariners made one mistake above all else this offseason, it was not recognizing that fact.